Welcome to the Dive Heart First podcast, where we explore the connection with the head and the heart and where science meets spirituality. I'm your host, Jenn Walker, and if you're anything like me, you believe that your thoughts create your external reality, because we know that our thoughts stimulate our sensations, our feelings, our emotions in our body that then go and inspire and motivate our actions, our behaviors, our habits that then lead to our results. And yet, if you're anything like me, you have probably noticed some thoughts that you really don't like and that you're really hoping are not created into your reality. And if you're anything like me, you have probably tried everything to just think more positively. And yet you notice the same nasty negative thoughts that just keep on creeping back in. If this sounds familiar, then you're in the right spot, and this is definitely the episode for you. As today we are going to dive into understanding negative, intrusive, invasive thoughts and how to neutralize them in a moment to take away their power so that they're not actualized into your actual life. So, you've had a negative thought. It's likely about yourself, another person, or a situation. First off, know that you are completely normal, as we are all neurobiologically wired for a negativity bias, and it is something that has served us all quite well. So essentially, our ancestors were the smart ones. They would go and visit the same berry bush every single day until one day they saw that a saber-toothed tiger discovered the same berry bush. They got away, and then their brilliant minds came up with that thought on repeat to remind them not to go back to that same berry bush. Because of that, they survived, they procreated, and kept the lineage going. In 2005, the National Science Foundation stated that the average person has between 50,000 and 80,000 thoughts per day, and that 80% of those thoughts are negative. And 90% of the thoughts that we have are actually on repeat. Same thoughts each and every day. So I always like to joke that it's like our minds are a literal dumpster fire. And we know so much more now about neuroscience and neuroplasticity, so we can do things to change those percentages. And it is something we're going to be doing in future episodes of this podcast. But today, what we're going to do is focus on one fast, simple technique to take any negative thought and neutralize it in a moment so that it is not created into your actual reality. And that simple technique is called stop saying stupid stuff out loud. So there was this amazing woman, Christine Porath of Georgetown University, that discovered that thoughts spoken out loud have more of an impact. So positive thoughts spoken out loud are 10 times more impactful and powerful. And unfortunately for us, negativity acts as a multiplier of 4 to 7 times. Meaning, if you say stupid stuff out loud, you are increasing the probability of predicting and perpetuating what you don't want by 40 to 70 times. So don't say stupid stuff out loud. And there are some amazing examples of this. A lot of athletic examples of athletes being interviewed before the big game, and they talk about and joke about like the worst case scenario and the one thing that they don't want to do in the big game. And then that's exactly what happens. And there's also this other example of this man in 1973 that went into a refrigerated boxcar to repair it. And when we got into the boxcar, he realized that he was trapped in. So he was locked in, tried all the exits, and couldn't get out. And he found a pen. And with that pen, he started writing. And what he started writing on the wall were things like, "It's getting colder and colder in here. I don't know how much longer I can stand this. And this might be my last words." Not too long after that, people went to find him and they found this man deceased in the boxcar. And the interesting thing about that is the time, it wasn't due to dehydration or starvation, and the refrigeration apparatus of the boxcar was actually broken, and it was broken for quite some time. So the temperature was absolutely completely normal the entire time there, and there was no concerns with oxygen levels were fine, everything like that. So that example is a really powerful and extreme example of the power of your mind. And not only the power of the mind, but the power of your words. And the greatest thing about that is there's only one person in control of what I like to call these meat flappers, your mouth, and it's you. And also another great thing is that you are not your thoughts. You are the wise observer noticing your thoughts. So you get to choose which thoughts you listen to. You get to choose the thoughts you believe. And most importantly, you get to choose the thoughts that you give power to with words through speaking it into existence. So with that, I'm going to challenge you for the next 7 days to stop saying stupid stuff out loud. And when you do this, you're going to think about 3 different modes of this. First, you're going to think about being mindful of your mouth. So pausing before you speak and holding back, even if you notice a thought that's negative, just shut the meat flappers, okay? Just shut them down. Another thing you're going to do is just notice other people saying stupid stuff out loud. It's so prevalent in our culture. So you'll see a lot of examples of this. And just notice it with like curiosity and compassion. Don't go up running up to them and telling them that they're saying stupid stuff out loud. That might not go over quite well, but just notice it. And as you notice it, things will start firing and wiring into your brain, into your subconscious, making it even easier for you to be more mindful with your mouth. And then the last, and certainly not least thing to focus on in the 7-day challenge is notice when stupid stuff still slips out. And it will. And so when it does, have a little chuckle, have a little laugh. You can think about this video and you're like, oh yeah, she said stupid stuff would still slip out. And when it does, just notice it and don't leave it unchecked. And you can correct it right then and there in the moment. And what that can look like is saying things like, let me say that differently, or what I meant to say was, and then speak whatever you would like to actually speak into existence in its place. So correcting it in the moment. To make this even more fun, I have created a Facebook group for this podcast. So I'll put the link below in the show notes and you can come and join me over there. And from February 1st, to February 7th, I'm going to go live in that Facebook group talking about this challenge, maybe giving a couple more nuggets of the science of what we speak, some more examples, inspiration, and most importantly, just coming together with other people that are doing the same things that you are doing in this challenge. So that's it. Until next time, thank you so much for taking a part of your day to spend it with me right now, and I love you, and go out and have an absolutely tremendous day.